Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the T-Shank Nation. Everybody on here is a bunch of T-Shankers, and yeah, I appreciate you clicking on this video. Today we got the 5 tips to help bad golfers or even amateur golfers hit a hole-in-one. So a little bit of backstory, but before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that I did just start a Discord. If you do want to be a part of the real T-Shank Nation, go ahead and join that Discord. We're going to be talking about new golf gear that comes out, like the new, drivers such as the TSI 2, TSI 3, TSI 4. We're going to be going over, we're going to be putting a bunch of other people's videos in there and just kind of building up our love for golf all together. So make sure you join the Discord if you do like golf and everything about golf. Also, remember to like this video, comment down below if you have hit a hole-in-one yet, and if you haven't, let me know as well. I want to hear who has and who hasn't. I want to know who's in the club and who's going to join the club using these 5 tips to help you hit your hole-in-one. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, turn on the notifications because we got video content coming at you every single week, whether that's a vlog, a challenge, a how-to. We're all going to get better at golf. We're all going to enjoy this whole golf sport together as a community going forward. So before we get into that, a little bit of backstory. I visited my relatives in Idaho last summer, at the beginning of last summer, early June. I ended up hitting my first hole-in-one ever, and then just recently I ended up hitting my second ever hole-in-one. So yeah, I'm really blessed to have accomplished this at such a young age, and I'm looking forward to both helping you guys and helping myself get some more in the future. So yeah, friends, family, everybody who's watching, everybody who's part of the T-Shank Nation, let's go hit some hole-in-ones. Let's find out how to do that with these 5 steps. And before we get into the 5 steps, stay tuned to the end of the video as I got a huge surprise. We actually have a live footage of the actual hole-in-one. Thank you to Dominic for the great round playing with me and for witnessing and capturing the magical moment. Again, stay till the end to go ahead and see that crazy footage. All right, so going over the 5 tips to help you hit your hole-in-one, because again, I want as many people to go ahead and hit that hole-in-one because it's such a rare feat, it's such a rare accomplishment, and it feels so cool when you do, and I want other people to experience that as well. So the number one tip that I can give you is to go ahead and club up. You know, if you think that you can reach the green with a 7-iron, if you think that you can reach the pin with a 7-iron, I would hit the 6. You know, I would make sure you're long, because the reality is if you leave the ball short, it will never go in. If you leave the ball long, it has a chance to go in. And we see that with putting. You know, if you leave your putt short, it never had a chance. If you leave your putt long, you never know. Could hit a leaf, could hit a bird, could hit a bug, could skirt its way into the hole. And that's why we don't leave par putts short, all right? We like tapping bogeys, but we don't leave par putts short. And for that reason, my first tip is to go ahead and club up. I did that on this hole in this video, and I got rewarded for it, and I'm blessed to have seen it and done it myself. So I'm going to share that tip with you guys. I was going to hit a 7-iron, but I ended up going with the 6-iron because I felt like being longer would be benefit. You know, it would benefit me more in the long run. Also, if there's more trouble on the green in the back, like sands and water, and there's less trouble in the front, ignore this step because you're going to want to play it safe and leave it short rather than try and go long. But if you're going to go for the hole-in-one, hit that 6-iron, hit that 5-iron, hit that 7-iron if it's a shorter hole, and definitely make sure that you can reach with that club rather than leave it short. The second tip that I have, and again, we have 5 of these tips, and remember, stay tuned to the end because we got that crazy video at the end. So the second tip is to account for the wind, the green, and other various factors. So you'll see this time and time again. People will play the green a certain way. Dominic ended up hitting his ball on the right side of this green, and it hits this hill and it skirts to the left. And I reacted to that. I wanted to leave my ball on the right side because if I followed his footsteps, just went a little bit longer, it might have a chance. And again, I was blessed to have done it. So yeah, account for the wind. There was a ton of wind in our face. The green was rolling from right to left. So I left it long and I left it right. And I gave it the chance and it ended up doing it. So again, account for the wind, account for the green, the various lies. Make sure you take that into account. Don't just get up there and try and knock it on the green. Make sure that you know which way the green is undulating, which way the wind's blowing, and maybe it'll get you that much closer, or even put you in. So the third tip is to don't be afraid to tee it up. And I know there's sometimes shame in teeing up par threes. there's some, you know, derogatory terms, derogatory phrases that comes alongside teeing up par threes. But trust me, sometimes it works out. I hit a bad round. I shot like a 97, which is, you know, a little bit below average what I did for this entire round, including the hole-in-one score. So again, the 97 with the hole-in-one is not a great score. Or I shot somewhere around there. And I was really hitting some bad balls. I had a couple good ones, but I was hitting some bad balls. And I ended up realizing that I was topping the ball. So if I went ahead and teed it up, you know, maybe that would take that top out of the play and I'd get a little bit of loft on it. And again, I would pair this well with the first tip of clubbing up. So clubbing up and teeing it up gives you a good chance to get that high loft. If you're not somebody that normally has high loft, like I don't have high loft. So Chris Farley can attest to that. I do not have high loft. And so I ended up using a lower club with the tee up, and that combination proved to be perfect for me, and hopefully it can for you too. Tip number 4 to help you get closer to a hole-in-one, and I'm sorry for the lighting, I'm filming this in the middle of the night because I'm a crazy person, but adjust to your daily shots. And it kind of goes along the other lines of, I was topping the ball all round, and so I figured I would tee it up on a par 3, something that I don't do every time, but I do occasionally. Again, if I'm topping it, make sure I tee it up so that way when I'll probably hit it as, you know, more flush than I normally would. But if you're fading them or if you're drawing them, make sure you adjust to that. Golf in general is a more adaptive game. You know, you have to be able to pivot and adapt on the fly. You know, if for your whole career you hit draws, but that day you're slicing them, you're going to want to make the adjustment that day and aim a little bit to the left so that way when you do hit that fade, that slice, you know, you have a better shot at it. You don't just play what you haven't been doing unless you make an adjustment and somehow correct it mid-round, which is phenomenal, and props to you if you could do that. But for me, I just can't. I'm not that type of guy. I like to go to the range, or I like to watch video feedback and then make the adjustment after the round. So in the middle of the round, I will usually pivot to what I'm doing or what I'm not doing well and adjust my shots accordingly. So tip number 4 is to adjust your daily shots. And tip number 5, the final tip to help you guys get closer to your hole-in-one. And again, if any of this advice helps and you do hit a hole-in-one, oh, please send me the photo. Please send me the video because I'll be the happiest person in the world. But tip number 5 is to use a ball that you like, that you're comfortable with. A lot of people, if there's water, if there's some sort of a large grouping of trees, they won't hit that Pro V1 or they won't hit the really nice Callaway ball because they're scared of losing it. But honestly, I felt like balls come and go. I find Pro V1s on the course. I lose Pro V1s on the course. I'm not a great golfer, but I like to tee up that comfortable ball that I like to hit, and I really like the Callaway. Callaway, if you're listening to this, you know, the Tee Shankers would love to have you be a part of our community, but Callaway, I love to hit that Callaway, that chrome soft ball. For some reason, I like to hit that thing a lot softer and higher, which is, you know, more beneficial to my shot considering I usually hit it harder and lower. So that Callaway chrome soft ball I really like, and the hole-in-one ball that I actually ended up hitting this time was a Bridgestone golf ball that I found on the course. So again, you lose balls, you find balls. I feel like golf balls come and go. So I don't really get too much of a connection to golf balls. But yeah, and I've heard that Bridgestone makes really good balls. So I teed that one up, I let it fly, and it dropped. But we have reached that point in the video where we're going to roll the exclusive footage of the hole-in-one. Thank you all for watching so much. Hopefully these 5 tips help you get closer. It was kind of what I had in the back of my mind as I'm going about every single par 3 that I go through. I always want to club up. I always want to account for the wind, the green undulations, you know, other various external factors. I want to tee it up sometimes. You know, don't be afraid to tee it up. Number 4, I like to adjust to my daily shots. You know, and that day I was topping them, so teeing it up helped me naturally to not top this ball. And number 5 is to use a ball you're comfortable with. I like Bridgestones now. So again, Bridgestone, if you're watching, you want to be part of the Tee Shankers, let me know. But again, hopefully those 5 tips help you get into more of a pattern of getting closer to the pin on par 3s. With that in mind, let's roll the footage. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, remember, smack the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, comment down below if you've ever done it, and let me know if you haven't done it, because I want to hear everybody. I want to help you guys get closer to yours, and I really want to hear if somebody does in the next couple months or next couple weeks. So, all right, let's roll the footage. Thank you, Dom, for capturing it again. Shout out number 2. Let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna hit the 6-iron here.
My 6-iron.
Hopefully get there.
Oh, it's gonna get there, I think. Where is it? Oh, it's rolling!
Sure.
Rolling! Get in there! Oh!
Get it going.
Oh!
Get it going.
Oh! I think it fucking went in, bro! I think it fucking went in! Oh, it's rolling!
Sure.
Rolling! Get in there! Oh!
Get it going.
Oh!
Get it going.
Holy shit! We need to go! 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 We need to go right now! Holy fucking shit! Holy fucking shit! Yes! Yes, it is!
It was coming across, dude. What was that?
Tell me it's in! Tell me it's in! Tell me it's in!
I think it's in.
Oh my fuck!
What
Please!
kick, dude.
Please! Please! Drive faster! Oh my god, it's gotta be in, bro, please!
There's no way! There's no way, dude! Let's go!
Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! You did it! You did it! Holy shit! Let's fucking go!
Oh my god!
It's right there!
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is that, dude?
Yeah! We got it!
I got you!